Hi guys, sorry I'm moving things around. I hope you all are doing well. Today we're going to talk about Degrassi High Season 1. Now we're getting very close to the end. As I told you next week, even though next week is Thanksgiving for me, you will be getting Degrassi High Season 2 because, you know, my filming schedule is kind of off next week because I'm off of school starting Wednesday. And so I'm kind of like going all over the place. I'm going to have to film both those videos I'm going to have to film Who I'm Thankful For Monday to get out by Wednesday. And I'm going to have to film Degrassi High Season 2 on Wednesday to get out by Saturday so I can film with the house empty. Anyway, so let's jump into it. And I'm going to put the trigger warnings at the beginning of this episode. We're going to be discussing abortion, DV, cancer, real life crimes such as CP, harm to a child, and some other things. They're not in episodes, but it matches with something that is connected to one of the episodes. So we're just gonna go ahead and talk about the characters first before we jump into those topics, because that is quite a lot. Claude Tanner. Okay, I hate Claude. I'm gonna come out and say it. I think he is a whiny ass. I think he is all talk and no show, like no action. I hate Claude. I really do. Wheels. I like Wheels this season. He seems to have a good head on his shoulders as of right now. That whole thing with Heather, he loses points with me because of that, because, you know, he's not being a good person by, you know, not being honest with her. Snake. Snake still has a good head on his shoulders. I still like Snake. And I like how he's just constantly saying to Joey, I don't want to get in trouble. Like, I don't want to get in trouble for this. I don't want to, you know. Because that's just who Snake is. He's so cautious. Lucy. Queen Lucy. She is so amazing. Not only is she friends with almost everybody, she offers to film the Zits video. Like, direct the Zits video. And she puts up with Clutch for it so they can make a good video. And not only that, but she stays with LD in the hospital instead of going to the party, which is an amazing friend move. LD. I do feel bad. LD is going through it this season. LD is really going through it, and I feel so bad for LD. At the same time, I think she's being a little too rude to Lucy. I understand she's going through something, like, awful. And I could never imagine what that's like. But, you know, with Lucy, like, not saying you have to be happy all the time. You don't have to be happy all the time. But just, like, you know, just, like, Lucy's trying, like, overtime to, like, be there for her and everything. Erica. Erica is definitely going through it. Erica has to make a hard decision, and it feels like everybody's just against her, honestly, even her own sister. And I really feel for Erica because I like Erica, and I like how the twins have different personalities. Heather. I love Heather because she kind of annoys me at the beginning where she is, you know, not really standing with her sister, but then she does after talking to Spike. And I feel like Heather, towards the end of the season, she keeps having those nightmares. And I feel like Erica's saying you just have to move on with your life. That doesn't work for everybody. I'm glad that works for you, Erica, but that doesn't work for your sister. And you see your sister is going through it. Spike. Spike I really like because she not only gives Heather another view on abortion, like it wasn't right for me, but maybe it's right for other people. I like how she gives that view, but it's also the point where it's like, I'm sorry guys, my allergies are killing me. It's also the point where it's like, you know, like, it wasn't right for me, but it's right for her. Or she talks about, you know, when she's dating Patrick, they kind of have that and like kind of start the date, but then they start over and they actually end up having a good time. So, you know, but Spike is just, I kind of lost my train of thought there, but Spike is just a good character to have because I feel like she opens people up to ways of thinking that they weren't sure of before and everything. Liz. I don't hate Liz, but I think she's a little overprotective of Spike. It's kind of a problem because when Patrick goes to ask her out, she's kind of like just staring him down, and it's like that would make anybody uncomfortable. Like, why? And like she tries to make decisions for Spike sometimes. I know that's more in season 2, but like it's just kind of like it rubs me the wrong way. Alexa. So Alexa is still over dramatic, but I think she's a really good friend to Michelle, and I think we see that this season how good of a friend to Michelle she is, helping her move out, letting her stay with her as long as she needs to before she finds her own place, things like that. She's finally going out with Simon, but yeah. Simon is such a sweetheart. I love him so much. He's always so supportive of his friends, and he's getting a career. He's the dude, or he's like, I don't know if it's commercials or what it is, but he's doing something. Michelle. I love Michelle. And I love how Michelle wasn't going to take crap from her dad anymore. She moved out and she was like, I'm going to live on my own and I'm not taking crap from you anymore. BLT. BLT is such a good boyfriend to Michelle this season. It makes me mad when we go to next season. But for right now, he is such a good boyfriend to her and he helps her through a lot. Amy. I still hate Amy. She's still fucking annoying. Oh, no, it's not Amy. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, Amy. I kind of put Amy and Allison together because they don't have different personalities yet. That's next season. Yeah, Amy and Allison are just kind of annoying. Amy still less annoying than Allison. Allison is the one that I meant to say is fucking annoying. They're like two peas in a pod, and I just hate it. Joey. I love Joey this season because he is trying to do his schoolwork and he's, trying to do better. And, he has a fight with Caitlin, but at least Caitlin, like, listens to Joey and, like, I just feel like they should have stayed together. That is the one thing that I will always be mad about, that they didn't stay together. Caitlin's a bit much this season. She starts to like an older student who's a whiny ass bitch, and she, she is a little cold to everybody, and she's blowing off her friends for the whiny ass bitch. And I don't know, I guess I feel bad for everybody around Caitlin because Caitlin is literally acting like they don't matter. Maya. I love Maya. She is so good to stand up for her friends. Not only that, but standing up for herself in that one episode. You go queen. Queen Maya over here. I do think she's a really good friend to Caitlin, and I feel like Caitlin takes her for granted sometimes, and that actually makes me mad. Melanie. I like Melanie because she has now like fully become who she is, and she's not looking to date someone to define her anymore. She's actually trying to be herself. And yeah, she may have a crush on some people, but she's trying to find herself. Kathleen. Kathleen is going through it this season. You can't deny it. That episode is hard for me to watch because it reminds me of a past relationship of mine. And so that episode's hard for me to watch. But I will say that I don't know. I have more of a respect for Kathleen now than I did because of how strong she is after going through that. Diana. Diana is an interesting one. She's trying too cool to like fit in sometimes, I feel like, and it's just not working, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that. Arthur. I like Arthur. He's fully realized in who he is. He's a very smart person, and he's a very good friend, even though his friend isn't being very nice to him. Yick. I don't like how they split up Arthur and Yick. I don't like how Yick started hanging out with Luke because Luke is a piece of shit. I don't like that. That doesn't seem at all in Yick's character to be hanging out with someone like that. Scooter. I love Scooter. He's such a big sweetheart. Like, it's such a sweetheart. Bartholomew still gets on my nerves a little bit just because he is a know-it-all, and I don't really like know-it-alls. But I still like him and Scooter's friendship. Tessa. Tessa's really trying to become who she is. She's really trying to, do her thing. And, it might work. Mr. Wallfish. I really like him. He seems like a really good teacher. Mr. Webster. He's a little strict, but that's how some teachers are, honestly. Mr. Radich. Still don't like him. Miss Avery. I still like her. Clutch. Still hate Clutch. No matter what he does, I still don't like him. Patrick. I like Patrick. He seemed really, really sweet, and like he really liked Spike. Scott. What do we even have to say about Scott? Huge trigger warning, red flags, like he's awful. Dwayne. Dwayne is kind of irrelevant, but at the same time, he's like initiating them, which the initiation is really stupid anyway. Nick. One of Dwayne's friends. He doesn't really have a personality this season. Tabby. Tabby does have a personality. And let me tell you, one thing I never understood about Tabby is why is she eating a whole ass jar of peanut butter with a spoon? Like, and why does she always have food? Like, why? I never understood that. Nancy. Nancy, still my favorite character, one of them, because she is so amazing. Tim. I feel bad for him next season, not this season. I feel bad for him next season because of something that happens. And it's just like, I love Tim so much. Luke. So Luke is scum of the earth. And like I said, I think every person named Luke in Degrassi is just awful. So sorry. But yeah, he's not good. Alex. Alex is still kind of just there, but he seems to have a really good idea about like fundraising and everything. I feel like people kind of take Alex for granted, but he's really good at ideas. Trish. Is Trish even there? I don't know. I don't remember who Trish is. I don't think she's there anymore, because wasn't she the girl in the paper? I don't think she's there anymore. Or if she is, they never mention her. Trudy, nobody really mentions her. Dorothy. Dorothy is such a good friend to Tessa. I know we don't see it that much, except in like select episodes, but she is. Emma, cute little baby. Bronco seems really cool and like laid back and chill. And Joanne, she seems super sweet. All right. So let's go with the notes. Heather should be able to tell something is off with Erica. Emma's such a cutie. Dwayne is not as tough as he thinks. Maya teasing Caitlin about Joey was funny. Claude annoys me. Why is Tabby eating peanut butter? Heather should not tell her friends she had sex without Erica's permission. Miss Avery is still so sweet. Everyone says the school burnt down, but did the building actually burn to the ground is what I want to know. Because everybody says it burnt down, but we don't know. I hate how Yick and Arthur are pulling away from the friendship. Alexa, oh, he's cute. She finds any man that walks cute. She said it about Mr. Wallfish. Heather was good to check on Erica when she was crying. At least Heather offered to help Erica take the test. The fact that they had to have Snake bend down to pick him up for the initiation is funny. Why do they look scared? It's just powder for the initiation. Heather judging Erica was rude. That is her sister. They are funny when the test says not pregnant. Their reaction. Melanie and Kathleen being tied up is stupid. The underwear outside the clothes is making me uncomfortable. Why does Joey look scared? The initiation are stupid. The shaving cream for Wheels. Poor Erica is pregnant. Erica lying to Heather creates more problems. Liz, Spike, stop complaining. Like, geez, Liz, let her complain. At least Spike is comfortable to talk about her pregnancy experience. The discussion in class is interesting. Michelle brings up a good point about the blood and the heartbeat. But I'm still on the side of Lucy and LD. Just because I had Emma doesn't mean I know what's right. Spike said that, and it's like good to have that mindset. Lucy is a queen standing up for her pro-choice stance. The protesters are too much to harass Erica. It was good back then to explain exactly how abortion works when she's in the office and they're telling her. I love how Joey outsmarted Dwayne and his group. It's heartbreaking to see Heather scream at Erica. Poor Erica now has no support system. Joey's initiation was worse. Mr. Radich catching Joey being initiated was funny. Heather asking Spike for a second opinion on abortion was good. Spike was good to say abortion is right for some people. At least Heather decides to be there for Erica at the end. Poor Michelle walks into a hard sight, her parents divorcing. Guess it's just the two of us for dinner tonight. Geez, so nonchalant. Michelle was right to tell Alexa. At least Alexa is a good friend of Michelle. Lucy's reaction to Joey saying she is a chick is amazing. It's like, oh my God, thank you, Joey. If Erica does not want to talk, do not force her. BLT is a good boyfriend to Michelle. Melanie is old enough to date at 16. Oh, Michelle is old enough to date at 16. Her dad sucks. Caitlin saying Joey is sexist is funny because Joey was so confused. Poor Michelle has to come to terms with the fact that her mom had the affair. Lucy and LD trying out the camera was cute. Wheels walking by the camera was cute too. BLT is such a good boyfriend. Poor Erica, no one deserves to get targeted for having an abortion. You can clearly tell Joey does not know what sexism is. I feel bad for people when they cry, like Michelle's dad. I'm too nice. Poor Michelle trying to console her dad must have been hard for her. At least Joey apologizes for not listening to Snake and Wheel's ideas for the band. Poor Michelle feeling stuck in the middle, but BLT is good to be there for her. Arthur's dreams about Caitlin are funny. We all know never getting to the good part of a dream. Like, we all know waking up before the good part. Arthur tried to hold the door for Caitlin. She could have been a little nicer. Caitlin being cold to Joey is never good. What did you do this time, Snake? Poor Joey, thinking Caitlin is mad at him. I love how that's Snake's reaction. What'd you do this time? Am I the only one who gets bad vibes with Scott? You could just push the couple making out of the way of the locker. Yick is good telling Arthur to ask Caitlin out, which is funny because he told the same advice to Yick years before. The fact that Maya notices Arthur's crush is great. Arthur never gets to the good part of the dream. Maya was right to tell Caitlin that she said yes to Joey first. Caitlin getting Arthur to lie is not a good idea. Even though Scott is nice to Kathleen, I still get icky feelings. I feel bad for Arthur being used to lie and then getting rejected. At least people applaud Kathleen. Yes, all the roles go to people who do not deserve it. The one who played some parts in Grease at my school did not deserve it. The zits by Lucy reading the script is funny. Maya telling Caitlin to tell Joey is a good idea. At least Wheels offered to change the script to please Lucy. Erica finding out Heather likes Wheels is funny, since Wheels got interested. I still don't like Clutch, but why is Clutch here with no Paul? At least Liz tells Spike her past to say why she is so against abortion. I do feel bad for Liz for that, though, because it is awful. Lucy is a little too harsh on the boys when they did change the script to something she likes. At least the twins get Lucy to change her answer. Still incredible how far the zits came, tape and video. Caitlin letting Claude kiss her when she was still with Joey was bad. Okay, let's continue. Liz should have let it go about Erica. What did Liz think was going to happen? Of course a fight happened. At least Joey apologizes when he thinks things are his fault. Joey knowing about Claude's existence, I could tell it makes it worse. I feel so hurt seeing him so hurt. At least Joey can fake happiness for how long it takes to film the video. Watching the video be made is funny. Seeing the finished video is cute. Poor Joey when he hears Caitlyn, he's devastated, like the name Caitlyn. So trigger warning starts definitely for this episode. The DV starts here. Scott is way too aggressive, just pulling her hair because she was late because of a meeting with a teacher. At least Alex really put his emotions into acting out the part of Romeo in class. Melanie is the reality and Diana is the good luck. Diana, break an arm. Melanie, leg. Diana. That's funny. What I mean by Melanie is the reality of all the good parts go to seniors and Diana is the good luck. Just because he got you a necklace does not excuse what he did. Scott getting Kathleen something. I did sort of deserve it. Kathleen, me, no you did not. At least Patrick was sweet to ask Spike out. Liz is a little too overprotective of Spike. You know, she always does exactly what he says. Melanie said it. She realizes something was off. Well, Scott did not make it, so he cannot act either. Patrick being so excited to go out with Spike is cute. Liz is too overprotective because of one guy over the summer who assumed she would do it because she had a kid. Scott is too aggressive about her talking to Luke. Melanie and Diana seeing it was probably scary for them, but they helped Kathleen get away in that moment. This boy cannot just buy her presents and act like it's okay. Luke forgetting about Kathleen is stupid when he had just talked to her. Melanie was good to try to talk to Kathleen about how Scott was in the wrong to hurt her. I can change him. Kathleen said that. I thought that too. You can't change someone who's not ready to change themselves. I had a bunch of relationships where I'm like, he needs me. I could change him. It never works. If he hurts you, he doesn't love you. Melanie. Good advice. Poor Joey, when Caitlyn brings up the past, he breaks down. It's heartbreaking to see. Why did Caitlyn bring up the past to only then shut Joey down when he asked questions? Patrick is so sweet to Spike, and when they have a do-over, the date seems to be going better. It's not dirty, it's drama. The really deep Canadian accent, I love that scene. Luke is so oblivious to notice the fear in her voice when Scott shows up. Scott makes my blood boil. Seeing Kathleen's bruises is heartbreaking. At least Kathleen dumps him and has the strength to walk away. She does, even though we don't see it because they mention it. So I have a special anecdote about the actor who played Scott. Some of you may know this, some of you may not. I'm in a Degrassi group on Facebook, and I saw this, so... Jason Edward Wayne Dickens, better known as Brad Dickens, is a Canadian former actor, cameraman, who was known for his role as Scott Smith, an abusive boyfriend on Degrassi High from the late 1980s to early 1990s. Dixon also did minor acting roles in camera and electrical work for various films and television productions. Here's where the trigger warning comes in. Trigger warning we're going to talk about CP and the harm to a child. Convicted sex offender. In 2016, Dickens was arrested and charged after committing acts of filming CP, possessing CP, harm to a child, and acts of bestiality with 3 other women. The actor who played Scott did that. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Anyway, now, let's move on. Erica was right to be skeptical of following an article. Maya sitting with Kathleen's group is interesting to say the least. Maya's perfect guy may be different than the other girls, but it makes sense. Lucy having a card for people to sign for LD was nice. That doctor behind Lucy looks way too young to be a doctor. He's in the background. If Melanie thinks it is too bad Maya can't come, then why did she not try to go somewhere where she could? Lucy being excited to show off her dress was cute. LD telling Lucy she has cancer is heartbreaking. Oh, I love this song. Let's dance, Simon. Alexa said it. It's so funny how excited she is and how he rolls his eyes. Heather trying to touch his hair is awkward. At least he gave her a way to play it off. He asks if something's in his hair. My question is, why did Wheels make the move to kiss her if he did not want to? Why are people watching Wheels and Heather make out? Talk about gross. Poor Heather thinks Wheels likes her. Lucy skipping the party and hanging out with LD and buying her things was sweet. Snake teasing Wheels was funny, but at least he talked to him about how he was feeling about it. Maya was right to stand up for herself to the girls when they said she could not go because of the streetcar and steps at the Mount Royal. At least Melanie apologized to her. Erica, the term you're looking for is jerk, not creep. We used to be friends, now we're not. That's the sad part when Heather said that. I love The Outsiders, so I love that this episode is about it. Protect you from what? My furniture? That's a funny Melanie line. At least Joey got it on some channel, even if it is just community cable. A strip club is not the best option. Yick is not like Ponyboy or Soda Pop. You in that book, you are obsessed. That's a funny line, and what my friends used to say to me in middle school. Great, we're professional nerds. That's a funny Melanie line. Why could Diana just talk and not smoke with them? Diana's brother has a point about her smoking. I love how the cover of the book is the movie cover. I love how the bouncer is fooled by the IDs. I felt just like the outsiders, Diana. Okay, Diana, calm down. The girls should not get deflated when they hear that their crushes will not be there. Joey interacting with the lady outside the club was awkward. I love when Snake becomes an adult. He's against stripping. Diana's brother coming to the party was easy to predict. The line, you'll thank me, with a smile was cute because hangover when he brought her water. I like how Diana and her brother talk things out because, like he says, adults talk to each other. Snake and Wheels make up a story to Joey, so he is the only one with a true story, and they don't believe it. After Melanie asks Diana if she will quit smoking, we never hear the answer. I could hang out till at least 11 on weeknights. Michelle's dad is too much. And I could go to like stuff as long as I could wake up for school the next day. Michelle's friends, Alexa and Simon, surprising her by decorating her locker and having a present was sweet. Liz is more into the song than Spike is that Patrick had for her. Also, everyone listening loved it. It was cute, but in my opinion, could have used more words. BLT giving her a necklace is sweet. Michelle a necklace. Miss Avery, I think a little studying is in order, don't you? No, not really, Miss Avery. Nancy is so sweet to Snake and Joey when they walked into driver's ed. LD giving Lucy attitude was uncalled for, especially when Lucy just asked her what was wrong. The way Michelle claps back at her dad is great, saying you mean someone white and you're a racist. Spike should tell Patrick her feelings instead of bottling them up. Liz was a little too rude when Spike said, can you mind your own business? Liz fires back with, I thought we were friends. I hate when Spike talks down about herself. I love her. I'm short. I'm a mother. I feel bad. People have probably made her feel this way. Alexa is nice to offer Michelle to stay with her as long as she needs. Them looking at apartments is cool and funny. Funny after the first one. Who could afford that when they loved it 5 seconds earlier? Snake driving is funny. Joey cackling at Snake's driving is funny. I hate that Michelle decides to sell the ring she loves. Joey teasing Snake's driving is funny. Patrick was right to talk to Spike about not cutting herself off from the rest of the world. Took me half a night to write it. That was a super cute line. The Michelle freeze frame at the end of the episode is cute. A job? Your life is so romantic. Alexa? No, not really. The video for LD is sweet. Michelle's father is a little too judgmental of her place. She did not have many options. Michelle's showing should let her dad buy the ring. Him calling her an ass went too far. Poor Alexa. Everyone is canceling on her party. Poor Bryant is worried about Michelle's well-being. You can miss it just once, can't you? Michelle's boss. Bitch, no. You have to work around kids in high school. Michelle's dad was resourceful to ask BLT about Michelle. BLT telling her dad where she is because he cares about Michelle is cute. Joey failed his test in 3 seconds. They're trying to cheer LD up. At least when the video starts, she's happier. The driving test was easy for Nancy because she did the class right. At least Michelle's dad will pay her rent so she can go to school. Claude's partner is right to be mad about how she's done almost the whole project by herself. I hate Claude. He's a whiny ass. Why is Yick friends with Luke? Luke is scum. Scott should leave Kathleen alone. Did he really beat you up? Tone-deaf friend. Maya had a right to be mad at Caitlin about Claude. Caitlin should have listened and apologized because Maya was right. Luke calling Arthur a nerd was rude. Caitlin was right to not agree with Claude's vandalism idea. The difference is chaining yourself to offense is not a specific law, but vandalism is. Scott, Kathleen ignored you because you are ABUSIVE. The fact that Claude can not even name one thing that the Chicago 7 did proves he has no point. Scott should leave Kathleen alone. Arthur sneaking out is funny. I was hoping Caitlin would not help Claude. Why is Claude asking her if she wants to go through with it? It was his idea. The fact that Raditch knew it was Yick and Arthur that TP'd his house was funny. They should not have looked back. When running away, they shouldn't have looked back. Claude could have helped her. Such an ass. Scott getting mad at Kathleen for calling the police when she has a broken arm is showing he is so clearly in the wrong. I'll have you charged again. Girl power moment. Yes, Kathleen. Mr. Raditch asking them to come to his house to clean up paper is great. Caitlin had a right to be rude to Claude. Claude was all talk, no show by how he ran. You won't tell anyone, will you? You won't tell anyone. shitty human being award goes to Claude. And so episodes 12 through 16 I did not get to watch, but we will talk about them now. Heather's having nightmares after she regrets supporting Erica's abortion, which is intensified when it looks like things are getting too intimate with the boy she only met. Scooter doesn't know how to slow dance, so Bartholomew teaches him. So I will say, I feel bad for Heather, especially when she catches them kissing and she's like, everything's always about you, you, you. And she brings up Jason a lot, and I feel like Erica should have realized that her sister was probably going through it and needed to talk. Scooter not knowing how to slow dance, so Bartholomew teaches him, is really funny, especially when the older students see them doing it. But I also, like, I feel for Tessa, like, she just wants to, like, you know, go on a date with Scooter, but she's scared to ask him, which, let's be honest, we've all been there. Okay. Joey gets tested for a learning disability, which makes him want to give up on his education. Caitlin is mad at Claude for not being brave enough to go to a court hearing he caused. The students get a high-marked copy of a paper for the same upcoming science test. So, I don't know if learning disability is triggering to anybody. I don't think so, but if it is, I'm sorry for not saying that. Joey getting tested for a learning disability, I think it was good because then it lets him know he's not stupid. He just needs a little bit of extra help. Caitlin is fully in her right to be mad at Claude, and I like how she slapped him. She was fully in the right to slap him. I think that's this episode. She was fully in the right to slap him. Thank you. Girl power moment. And he's like, what if the security guard would recognize me? Oh, for your own stupid decision? Like, and no one should give people a high marked up test because obviously the teacher would either notice you were cheating or say that test was too easy. Like, it was easy to predict that. But you know, they're kids. Lucy tries to get her feminist horror film made at the school. Shane makes an unexpected and uncomfortable surprise visit at Degrassi. So Lucy tries to get her horror film at the school, which I think is good, and she really works hard on it, and I really commend her because I'm part of a project like that, so it's like, it's not a horror film, but it's like, you know, I'm part of a project, so I know how much hard work it is, and like, we haven't even started filming yet. We're doing all the stuff before we start filming, so, whew, it's a lot of work. And Shane makes an unexpected and uncomfortable surprise visit at Degrassi. I'm glad that Spike actually talked to him in a calm tone and actually, like, you know, was nice to him because I think he needed somebody to be nice to him. And also, I feel bad for Lucy that everyone was laughing at her movie, but at least Mr. Wallfish helped her turn it around into a, oh, this is good, they like it. And not everybody's going to see your projects the way you want them to. As the school year comes to a close, the students stress over the last of their exams. Caitlin finds out that Miss Avery has been fired and starts a petition, but doesn't realize the whole story. Michelle takes caffeine pills to get through studying and working. So, obviously, Miss Avery being rude to Caitlin was uncalled for, and I like how Miss Avery apologized for it. And so, Caitlin should have listened to the whole story about her getting fired and starting a petition. I mean, Miss Avery should have told her the whole story. I'm kind of mad she didn't. And that Raditch had to be the one to tell her in such a rude way. So, yeah, that was just a whole mess. But Caitlin, at least Caitlin, helped Miss Avery realize what she wanted and where to get a job. Michelle takes caffeine pills to go through studying and working. I like how BLT is worried about her and is like, you need to stop taking these. And then it's cute at the end of the episode where BLT's like, so, who was right? I want to hear you say it. And he was milking it, and it was so cute because they're just cute together. But yeah, so that's all the episodes. That's all we have for this video. Again, let me know your opinions in the comments down below. Degrassi High Season 2 is going to be insane. Schools Out is going to be more insane. But those are the last two where we talk about the characters, and then we'll jump into the relationships. And I keep reminding you guys, like I said, we won't be going through every season separately. We'll be going through 1 through 7, 7 through 14, then all of Next Class and all of Junior High and High in one video. The reason why all of those are in one video is because Next Class only had like 10 episodes in each season, so all the seasons will be there. and there weren't many relationships in next class. There weren't many relationships in junior high or high. That's why they're all in one video, because there weren't as many relationships. Next generation, there were so many relationships, so many seasons. It can't possibly be one video. It'd be like 3 to 4 hours long. I don't have the time for that. You don't have the time to watch that. So I'll be splitting up the next generation. And then after we do relationships in Degrassi, I will be doing every single character breakdown. What I'm going to do for that video is I'm not going to print out a picture of every single character because my printer will hate me. I'm also not going to do it on the computer because I don't have a way to film my computer screen and myself at the same time. And the audio is really shitty on my laptop microphone, so I'm not going to do that. It makes me sound muffled. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to have a poster board for you guys, and I'm going to have all the characters' names written down and descriptors so I know who I'm talking about, and we're going to put them on the tiers, so be looking out for that. I know people will want me to do every single relationship after that too, so I'll probably be doing that after that. Let me know if you guys want to see me rating every single relationship like I do the characters, because I could definitely do that. And then after we get all the Degrassi stuff wrapped up, I will be doing Nancy Drew. So if you're waiting for that, it's going to be still a little while, but I will be doing Nancy Drew after that. I'm trying to bring as many of you guys in as I can with things that you guys might like. I tell you my interest so I can see if you like stuff, like with the book videos. I tell you my interesting books, or Nancy Drew, even The Sims we could talk about. We could talk about Degrassi. Like, there are so many interests I have, and I want to bring you guys in. That's why I talk about horror movies, because I love horror movies. So I want to bring you guys in and make a community. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!